I will never be a memory.
And what's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. So, man, oh man. There's been so much happening. I don't got nothing in my beard, right? I'm Gucci. I'm good. You guys will tell me if I had something in my beard. First of all, no haircuts. I can't do that. Barbershop closed down. I'm dying. No shape up for the beard. Oh, ridiculous. So, basically, what this video is going to be about is two things. One is some of the facts about the stimulus package that we're all, going to receive and give you what everybody pretty much wants to hear without a whole bunch of that bloated other nonsense, right? And then I'm going to talk about a case where people's lights and electricity were actually shut off. And there was a big blowout about it. And I just want to highlight some of the corruption that's still going on, some of the politics that's still going on, even in this pandemic. All right, so let's get started here. Got the tea. Let's get the tea ready. I'm going to spill the tea today. I'm becoming so sophisticated with the tea. Less coffee, more tea. Start sticking my pinky out. So the bill that was passed is a $2 trillion bill. It's a lot of shmoney, right? What it consists of is a $500 billion corporate bailout. $367 billion for small businesses. An increase in unemployment insurance. $150 billion for states and locals. $130 billion for hospitals, right? So this is all money that's being injected that's going to help them out. And then $1,200 checks for qualified Americans. And the ability to print unlimited money to buy back bonds. Now, qualified Americans. What makes you a qualified American? From what I can see, it's if you filed taxes in 2018, that's one of the ways they're going to find you. I believe the video I posted with AOC talked about that a little bit. And that's how they're going to give you your money. So more on the checks. A $1,200 check will be giving one time only, not two-time payments. It's one time. It was being floated at one point if they're going to send us two checks. Nope. It's really not universal basic income. It's on the cusp of it. It's like a start, but it's not UBI. They're not sending us multiple checks. They want to do one check. The qualification to get a full $1,200 one-time check is based on your 2018 tax return. Qualifications to get the full $1,200 one-time check is based on your 2018 tax returns with income between $2,500 and $75,000. All right? That's up to today what has qualified for, people to receive, or what the qualifications are for people to receive that shmoney. Ironically, in order to save the U.S. economic crisis that we're in, because it is one, Trump announced that people should go back to work by Easter, April 12th. A social distancing order will disappear by him after April 12th, ordering people to work so that the economy can go back to normal. He's out of his mind. That's not happening. Man, for him to even float that idea, that's not happening. Dude's lost it. Out of his mind. Some more on the bill. Individuals and couples are eligible for an additional $500 per child. The government rebates will be paired by $5 for each $100 of income over those thresholds. Completely phasing out for individuals whose income exceeds $99,000 or $146,500 for head of households with one child, and $198,000 for joint filers who don't have children. Eligible U.S. residents must have a work-eligible Social Security number to receive such a check and must not be claimed as a dependent by another taxpayer, according to Senate documents. Unlike an earlier proposal crafted by Senate Republicans, the payments won't be set to a lower level for some low-income Americans. They actually tried to pull that shit. The checks will be available to those who have no income as well as people who rely on income benefit programs, such as supplemental security income from Social Security Administration. So, I mean, that is really good right there. So if you're receiving benefits of any kind and stuff like that, you're still going to get the checks. And if you have no income as well, you're still going to get the checks. So that's dope. The payments would be in addition to a broad expansion in unemployment benefits. These benefits would be extended to non-traditional employees, including gig workers and freelancers. So that's huge. That's major. The agreement is set to increase unemployment assistance by $600 a week for 4 months. I'm going to repeat that for you because this is huge. We almost have a 30%. We're heading towards a 30% unemployment rate. I'm going to say that again for you. The agreement is set to increase current unemployment assistance by $600 a week for 4 months. So they're increasing the unemployment pay, it sounds like, by an extra $600 for 4 weeks. 4 months, I'm sorry. So peep this. They tried to block it because of that. And here was their reasoning. The bill pays you more not to work than if you were working. And this is coming from Senator Lindsey Graham. If this is not a drafting error, then this is the worst idea I've ever seen. Such a people's person. Such a people's person. Dude, it's for 4 months. It's for 4 months. Let people get their money for 4 months. Why does that bother you so much? Taylor Foy, a GOP spokesperson for the Senate Finance Committee, said that this was not an error and that the $600 across the board increase was done because every state has a different unemployment program, and creating a program for each state would take too much time. Logical. I just can't believe that the thought of somebody getting a little bit extra money than they might not be getting normally would bother them to such a degree. Bothers. Oh, I don't give these people extra money. They're not going to want to work. Bro, it's for 4 months. What are you talking about? Man. So if people were really wondering about the unemployment and what's going on with the unemployment situation, that's what it is. All right? That's what's going on so far. I do know it's backed up. Everybody from my job that has filed for unemployment hasn't heard back from unemployment yet. That I know. So you're kind of stuck in a cog because, you filed and then you play the waiting game. This new legislation will also create a new grant program to send $100 billion to healthcare providers already straining to respond to the rising number of infections across the country. An additional $16 billion will go toward building a stockpile of medical equipment, including personal protective gear that has become scarce. So, look, some people have said they could have done better on this bill, and I agree they could have, but it also could have been a hell of a lot worse. I'd say this bill is kind of somewhere in the middle. And people need to start, receiving this money because some people aren't getting checks. Some people are not going to get paid this coming week. So, bills aren't going to be paid and people are really going to be screwed. So, before I get into the next part of what I have for you guys today, I just wanted to give you some facts. And the Hill Rising really spoke on where the numbers are as of today, because there's a lot of people that think this is all fake, and people have been asking, do you know anybody with the corona? Do you actually even know anybody that actually has the coronavirus? Do you even know anybody? Yeah, 2 people. I know 2 people that have the coronavirus. And it fucking sucks, right? So, it's not some faux thing that is out there and nobody really has the coronavirus. It's all fake. No, I know 2 people that actually have it. There's some people that think it was made up in a lab, and there's some people that, conspiracy theorists galore, but I shouldn't be surprised by that because there are flat earthers, right? So I just want to give you the stats on where we're at with the coronavirus, and I just really want you to take a look at this, and then we'll come back.
All right, we have an update for you on the coronavirus crisis across the United States. As of things we're standing right now, we have 53,934 cases here in the United States, 728 deaths. This is according to the New York Times database. Of those, as it continues, the epicenter of the outbreak remains in New York State. 26,000 of the 53,000 cases residing in the state there. The White House advising everybody yesterday, anybody who has left New York City in recent days, asking that they self-quarantine for 14 days, just to give an idea of what the outbreak looks like in that city. And the NYPD revealing that 1 in 200 officers actually has coronavirus. So that is where things stand. That's where the numbers stand right now. Globally, we're looking at 431,100 cases. So still, it's taken quite a few lives across the world, almost 18, 19,000.
Yeah.
All 728 here. And actually yesterday we lost our first, I believe the first child in the United States succumbed to coronavirus. And so right now the race really is on in order to get ventilators to the state of New York.
Right.
Governor Cuomo, they're begging anybody who can get a ventilator.
Converting the Javits Center into a hospital.
Converting the Javits Center there. So that is where things stand right now. And he's warning states, if you don't take controls, New York is where you will be in 2 weeks, maybe 3.
Well,
so I don't know about you, but to me, those numbers are pretty alarming. They're pretty alarming. And like, this shit ain't over. Like, we're not on the downturn yet. Like, it's still increasing. And New York is a disaster. It's the epicenter of it all. And I think, if you know, let me know in the comment section below. I was reading it. Somewhere right now is even worse than Italy. Like, they're now worse than Italy. I was thinking Iran, but it's not Iran. It's even worse than Italy right now. So, look, it's bad. If those numbers don't bother you, if they don't shock you, or if you're still in it's just a flu stage, then I don't know. I guess I can't talk you out of it. The coronavirus isn't a big deal to you. Regardless of you think if the virus is horrendous or not, or if it's as bad as people are saying, as far as what it's doing to people economically, is absolutely horrendous. So there was a local meeting, and I believe it was in Florida, and there was a blowout because one gentleman was clearly upset that people were getting their electricity shut off in this crisis, and that everybody else didn't act fast enough, and they were sort of just like, shh. What are you talking? Are you doing it because there's cameras there? You're done. You're done. I can't believe you're even speaking out like this. You're done. So they really got on him about him being outraged by what was going on. And that just shows, even while this is happening, there's dirty politics. There's dirty politics. So watch this. And look, in my opinion, this man that's speaking out, that sits on this seat, some people are saying he's a hero. I'm saying he's one of the people that still has a heart. He's got heart. He still has heart. And he's outraged by what he sees. And he's a lot like us. That when we see these things happen, we're just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he just can't sit there and pretend and just be like, Like, he's outspoken and like, The lady's clearly mad. She's like, "You're done." And she even has the audacity to call him disrespectful. She goes, "You're disrespectful to disrespect. You're disrespectful. There's people without electricity because of you. The nerve." All right, let me watch this video.
You do better. There's always things that pop up that we can do better on. And I call the question.
I'm sorry. That's not how this works. We each have an opportunity to speak 5 minutes.
I thought we did.
Yeah, the question's been called.
I'm sorry. And that's not how calling the question works. You need a second and you need to vote on it.
Then I have a second for calling the question.
So are you telling me that you're going to keep me from talking right now?
You've talked all evening.
Look here. You're calling me disrespectful because I've interrupted people, but this gentleman has turned off people's lights in the middle of a global health pandemic. That's what that gentleman did.
Point of order.
And you think I'm disrespectful for interrupting?
Point of order.
This gentleman has had the ability to do any number of things. We could have banned large gatherings. We could have closed the beach. We could have put a moratorium on utility shutoffs.
I recessed.
Also not within your power, and the attorney has held that that's true.
I recessed the meeting.
You came up with new rules at the beginning of the meeting, and then you didn't even want to follow the rules that you came up with.
And you took advantage.
This is a banana republic is what you're turning this place into with your so-called leadership.
Does a recess mean that we will be...
Yes.
Camera on that?
I don't care anything about this.
On that?
I don't care anything about this.
Does
We should have been talking about this last week.
Can we...
We cut off people's utilities this week and made them pay what could have been their last check to us to turn their lights on in a global health pandemic. But you don't care about that and you didn't want to meet. But every other year you go around and beg people for their votes.
Hey.
Can we explain
But
the
you
recess?
care more about your relationship with that guy than you care about the relationship with the people who don't go to work in this building.
Order! You were done. You're done. You're done. Disrespect.
It's disrespectful is what you've done to the working people in the city.
I didn't do anything.
You failed to act.
I didn't do anything.
When you're a leader, you failed to act. You said you didn't do anything. You failed to act. When you had an opportunity.
Party for State House.
I don't care anything about that. You think anybody cares?
Does a recess mean that we can reconvene tonight, or... Okay. Is that in 5 minutes, or...
It's when the chair comes back.
Man. The nerve. She walked away because she knew she was wrong. And she was telling them, "You're done." What does that mean? What kind of veiled threat is that? You're done. Like what? So because I'm speaking on behalf of the people, what is my career over? She mentioned something like a higher up seat or something like that. He's like, nobody cares about that right now. But you see, as soon as you show some passion, as soon as you speak up, the outrage meter goes off the roof. Oh, you're done. Disrespect. Oh God. As soon as someone shows some passion, they're like, "Oh, you got heart. You actually care. We're done. We're done with you." That's why when people say, how come you don't, run for something or go into politics? Because I'm him. I'd speak up. I couldn't hold. They'd hate me. They'd hate my fucking guts. Because I'd call people out. I'd straight up tell them, "You're a liar. You're corrupt. You're doing this." They would shut me down. They'd Tulsi Gabbard me. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring you those stories. And look, those are the numbers and what's going on as far as today goes. It looks like everybody's going to be getting a $1,200 check, $500 if you have kids. As far as the unemployment goes, you should be getting an extra $600 with your unemployment, unless something else happens and that gets canceled. But as of right now, as of what I've read, as of what I've studied, that's what I've seen. I know Lindsey Graham was speaking out about it. Everybody's been speaking out about it, and it seems like things have been changing day to day. So it's a lot to keep up with, admittedly, but I'm doing my best to keep you up to date with what's happening, and I hope everybody is doing okay and surviving. I feel like the days are flying by. It's already 9 p.m. The days are flying by. You know, I did a home workout today, but I'm losing gains every day. Like a home workout, like just doesn't. It's not the same. So I really want this to be over with as soon as possible. But it looks like we got to strap in for the long run, right? I never thought I'd say I'd be eager to get back to work. Like, this is a vacation nobody wanted. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, and a Venmo link in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Every little bit helps. Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.